First thing I want to talk about, facts. Agree or disagree? North Carolina might be the best ACC offense.
Oh, 100% agree.
But they might be the worst ACC defense.
Also agree. Listen, and me and you were high on North Carolina coming into the season, and a lot of the stuff we said is completely correct. Their offense is the best in the ACC. It's one of the tops in the nation. We didn't see this defense being this much of a train wreck. I don't even know how a defense is so bad.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Honestly, it feels like last year was kind of the anomaly. I'm not saying they don't have good coaches, because I actually think Coach Monken's actually really good at coaching the defense. The only problem I have is that I feel like whereas they had some upperclassmen last year and they were able to do a lot of different things, they were running exotic formations and setups, doing a lot of different things that really, this is what I thought caught Clemson off guard last year in the game, because they were using so many exotic things, but you had upperclassmen that could catch on to these things. Now they're playing with a lot of youth, a lot of areas. Their D-line is not as strong as it has been before. You remember you lose a couple of Strobridge went to NFL. I think the other guy went to NFL too. You don't have as strong as D-line anymore. I think people have figured out Chaz Surratt at the middle linebacker position. Your secondary is pretty good, but bringing in Patrice Renee again, he's not fully healthy. I just don't think it works out. I think their defense is what's hamstringing their offense. However, if you let this offense score, good night. Yeah. I mean, they can score 50 at will.
I think they've scored 35 plus on almost every game this season.
Almost every game, but they also give up that much.
You went to their lowest scoring game of the season? It was Florida State.
It was. What was that? Like, what did they score? 34?
It was 35-31 final.
Something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it doesn't. And they got – the problem with North Carolina's offense is it takes them forever to get started. It takes them about 2.5 quarters to get that offense started. And once it does start, they start lighting everybody up. I think Sam Howell had like 500-plus yards passing, 6 touchdowns. The guy's phenomenal. But they showed you on the other side that they made Sam Hartman look just as good as he did. I mean, he had almost like 490-something yards passing. It's one of those deals where if North Carolina is going to be competitive, they're going to have to do it. And North Carolina is going to play Notre Dame this weekend. I don't know how to pick that game because Notre Dame is one of those teams that they are so good at every area. Again, they're not elite anywhere, but they're really good everywhere. I don't know that North Carolina can keep up. I think they're going to make Ian Book have another one of those career games.
Yeah, and it should be interesting to watch. I think North Carolina actually does have a chance of winning this game. And
of course they do. Remember, we called this.
Man.
But we don't want it to happen. If you're a Clemson fan, you do not want it to happen.
I don't want it to happen at this point. You need Notre Dame to win this game if you're a Clemson fan. So hopefully Kyron Williams having another good game of the running backs. But I think they should be able to run the ball all day on North Carolina.
Yeah, they will. They will. And it depends. And that's the thing. If Kyron Williams, of course, he got a little banged up against Boston College, but it didn't matter because they were able to roll out Chris Tyree, Sebo Flemister, Jafar Armstrong. Didn't matter. They could do whatever they wanted to do. And Ben Skoranek looked like the best receiver in the ACC in this game. He was mossing guys, sunning them left and right. So we'll see what happens.